Use blue painter's tape to mark a line for your fasteners. Mark the positions for the fasteners, and my favorite part, drill holes in boats. Of course, whenever drilling holes in boats, always be aware of what's behind control cables, electrical wiring, fuel lines, vents. Always try to be aware of what's behind where you're mounting your fasteners. Use the driver bit to countersink the hole. This helps prevent the gel coat from cracking when you insert the fastener. Using the quick fit snap pins, present your raw canvas slab onto the boat. The canvas should show you where it wants to be darted and folded. Using the stapler as if it were stitches from your machine, draw up the excess and cut it away. Use chalk or soapstone to make any marks or notes you'll need when you get it to the table. Be sure to keep at least 6 inches of material past the pins. Working on the outside of the cover, I'll make a mark 5 1/4 inches down from the pin. I'll connect those marks, and with my ruler 2 inches wide, add another mark just above it. In my experience, every time you fold Sunbrella canvas, you lose about 1/8 of an inch from your mark. Doing 2 folds, we've lost almost 1/4. Adding the 5 1/4 from the pin and 2 folds should bring that pin and the snap right in the middle of our 2-inch line. There are 3 rules when working with Sunbrella canvas and raw edges. You must bind it, burn it, or bury it. Sunbrella canvas does fray. In my method, we're going to bury it with a double hem. That way it will never fray for the customer, and it gives me a nice thick edge to put in my fasteners. Now I'll trim away the excess to make the cover a little lighter and easier to move around the table. Using the staples as stitches, trim away the excess for a nice 1/2 inch seam allowance. Use a hot knife to burn the edge to prevent fraying, and as always, put in a couple of notches for alignment marks to help with assembly. Remove your staples. Turn the seam to the inside, align your marks, and sew it down with a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Now I can go back and finish the 5 1/4 inch line around the perimeter. Now I flip the cover over so the inside of the cover is facing up. I'll fold over the first of the hem using the 2-inch line that we marked on the outside of the cover. Use the hot knife to cut a notch to help you get around corners and fold everything nice and neat.
That's all I ask, how long I've been on. When you're drinking, the show looks good to you. When you're drinking, you get stinking. It helps your point of view.
Now we'll take that 2-inch and fold it over again to completely bury the raw edge.
The skies all seem gray when you're sober. Life's a pain, so keep drinking.
Use the hot knife to cut a notch to help you get around corners and fold everything nice and neat.
I love Chicago. It's carefree and gay. I'd even work here without any pay. I'll lay you out. It turns out that way. That's why this gentleman is a tramp. My clever agent, he worked out this deal. He said, go to Chicago. It won't be for real. And I believed him. I'm such a schlemiel. That's why the gentleman is a tramp. I love the free, fresh booze that you get. So I'm in debt. I'm flat. Take that. Last night some girl gave me a green stamp. That's why this gentleman is a tramp.
Now I'll go back and sew down the rest of the double hem.
So you're all playing? My wife just told me
Using the double stitch machine is complete overkill, and we like it that way.
the doctor's sure.
Be sure to add reinforcement to the inside of the cover, across the top of the windshield, around Bimini hardware, boat cleats, or anything that might poke a hole in the cover.
That's why the gentleman, that is why the gentleman, that's why the gentleman is a tramp.
Add a boat vent and a prop to prevent ponding during heavy rains. And you can use a couple of the quick fit pins to center the cover on the boat as you go around and install all the snaps on the perimeter. And that's how we fabricate our covers here at PI Upholstery. There are several different ways to make a boat cover, and none of them are wrong, as long as they fit the boat. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.